Hey, what is going on, y'all? It is SBN here, Sports Bash Nation. The Bears offensive coordinator search continues. We've interviewed a few guys, 5 of them to be exact. No word on where they're going, but we've interviewed 5 guys. Most recently, we interviewed Greg Roman, who I think right now should be, is the front runner for the job, or should be. He has extensive play calling experience dating back to the 49ers when he worked with Colin Kaepernick, got them to the Super Bowl. He got the best out of Tyrod Taylor in Buffalo. And most recently, he served as the offensive coordinator for 4 seasons for the Baltimore Ravens, including 2019 when Lamar Jackson won MVP. He posted a 13-2 record, completed 66.1% of his passes, and throwing for 36 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. More importantly, Lamar Jackson rushed for 1,206 yards that year, NFL record for quarterbacks. So he's known for those, heavily run-oriented attacks. And the Bears have been the top rushing team the last 2 years. That was with Luke Getsy as our offensive coordinator. So if we're looking at keeping Justin Fields, I think Greg Roman is the obvious choice. I think he can unlock us to the next level with Justin Fields. Reportedly, he's infatuated with Justin Fields. That's a good sign. I think right now he should be the front runner. I imagine he was in the interview probably like, you guys aren't considering trading Justin Fields, right? Yeah, I think Greg Roman and Justin Fields could have an explosive partnership. We've also interviewed Shane Waldron. He was the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks. He's 44. He's on the market now after unexpectedly being let go in Seattle, after Pete Carroll was unexpectedly let go. So he's on the market now. He was the offensive coordinator since 2021. A lot of people credit him for Geno Smith's comeback. But the reality is, Seattle, they were kind of middle of the pack those 3 years. They ranked 16th. They ranked 10th that year that Geno won Comeback Player of the Year. And then last year, they were 17th in scoring offense. And then another thing about Shane Waldron, kind of reminds me a lot of Luke Getsy in some ways, where he was good at, picking up first downs, kind of extending drives. But then in the red zone, he struggled in the red zone, only converting a touchdown 51.5% of the times. And he also struggled on third down a lot like Luke Getsy, only converting 38.5% of the time on third down. So I'm not really so convinced on Shane Waldron. They also interviewed Clint Kubiak, San Francisco 49ers passing game coordinator. He's 36 years old. This one's intriguing. I'm kind of intrigued just because, the work he's done with Brock Purdy this year. His father was, longtime NFL coach, head coach for the Broncos and the Texans, Gary Kubiak. Before he was the passing game coordinator this year, he was also offensive coordinator for the Vikings. In 2021, 2022, he was quarterbacks coach for the Broncos. I think we could do a lot worse than Clint Kubiak. Next person that was interviewed, Greg Olsen, not the Bears' former tight end, but the quarterbacks coach for the Seahawks. He's 60 years old. He's been in the NFL for ages. He was actually the Bears' quarterbacks coach in 2003, that unforgettable season when Cordell Stewart was quarterback. So yeah, he has a lot of experience. He was offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions from 04 to 05, coordinator for the St. Louis Rams 06 to 07, the Buccaneers 2009 to 11, the Oakland Raiders 13 and 14, and the Jaguars 2015 and 16. None of those offenses were good, frankly, especially not when he was with the Bears. The line, this would be a Bears type move to hire a Greg Olsen for offensive coordinator, but no, zero chance. And they also interviewed Liam Cohen. Not really too familiar with this guy. He's 38. He's predominantly worked in college since 2010, Kentucky. So he's worked at a few schools. He was the offensive coordinator for the Rams in 2022, the year after they won the Super Bowl and had the number 1 ranked offense. The year he was offensive coordinator, the Rams had the 27th ranked offense in the NFL. They scored 18 points a game. This past year, the Rams kind of bounced back into the top 10, so I'm straight on Liam Cohen. Don't really know anything about him, don't want him. I think we can do better and should look for better options than that. But yeah, that's what we got so far. What do you guys think? I think right now, I would go with Greg Roman. Just for obvious reasons, I want to keep Justin Fields. Another thing that I find interesting about reports out there are saying that the Bears are probably leaning on going with Caleb Williams, but all these interviews kind of show me that they're looking at keeping Justin Fields. Greg Roman for obvious reasons, but even those 4 other guys, one thing they all have in common, they're all from that Shanahan, McVay, Kubiak coaching tree. So they all run a similar style offense that Luke Getsy ran. So that shows me that the Bears are looking for some type of continuity in the offense. It's crazy to me because judging Luke Getzey's offenses by execution, they look nothing like a Kyle Shanahan offense or a Mike McVay offense or, what Zach Taylor's doing in Cincinnati. Luke Getzey's offense looks nothing like those offenses, at least in execution. It shows to me that the Bears they're probably looking at keeping Justin Fields. Another intriguing option that popped up just this morning, Alex Van Pelt, the offensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns, was surprisingly let go. Yeah, I know the players in Cleveland, they're not happy about that. And frankly, it's quite surprising considering, the Browns were 11-6 this year and the success that they had with 4 quarterbacks. So they lost Deshaun Watson. They went through a few quarterbacks, and with washed up Joe Flacco to get to where they did, I think that's a hell of a job. So I'm surprised they let him go. Give him a look, maybe give him an interview. Right now, I'm leaning on Greg Roman. What do you guys think? Who do you guys want as the next OC? Is it one of these guys mentioned? Is it somebody that nobody's mentioning? Let me know. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.